How traditional are you? Well, after this video, you're gonna find out.
This is going to be fun. How's it going, everybody? So today, obviously, this is a bit of a departure from what I normally do. Normally just play video games and be stupid. But yeah, I've been wanting to do some, like, reaction and response videos for a while. And somehow I came across this. I don't recall somehow I came across this. I can't describe or explain the actual train of thought that led me here, but here we are, 11 signs of a traditional man. How many do you have? I wonder how many I have. Genuinely, I wonder if I actually... I don't think I'm going to be any of these requirements, but let's see. And let's also see what his spin on it is, where he's going with it.
What's up, everyone? It's Yogi Obes. Welcome to Masculinity Monday. Today is a follow-up from Friday's video where I covered 16 signs of a traditional woman. By the way, I published an article about this on the
15 signs of a traditional woman. I'm gonna have to look at that one too. I'm sure it'll be lots of fun.
The point system. So if you haven't seen the point system yet, go check it out.
Hold on. I've had a point system here with a maximum score of 55 points. Oh, points to figure out how traditional you are. Okay, let's continue.
I'll definitely have an article for this video as well available in a couple days. So the purpose of this list, first of all, is to make sure that you're on the right path as a guy, that you get away from hedonism, instant gratification, and all the traps of modern society.
Hedonism. Okay, real quick, intro into hedonism. Do anything that is pleasurable. That's it. That's all it is. Maximize pleasure in your life. That's the philosophy of hedonism. Very straightforward.
That aren't really benefiting people's lives like we might think they are. Traditional values will make people just straight up happier. And that's what PUAs realize. That's what a lot of people realize after going through the kind of modern system of things, of self-gratification. So
POAs? Power of attorney? What's POA?
number one, he doesn't wear makeup. I can't tell you how
Okay, before I comment, we'll let him finish.
crazy this is. There's men today wearing makeup. Someone even asked me once if
Makeup! Wearing makeup! Of all the things! Jesus Christ.
I wear makeup. Sometimes I look pretty good in the camera, I guess. I don't know. And some of you guys underestimate me. You think I'd wear makeup? I'm not gay. If you're a traditional man, you are.
You think I wear makeup? Do I look like I'm attracted to men? Do I look like I suck dick? Thinking I wear makeup. This is just... Wow, the very first one is a fucking doozy right off the bat. I was expecting it to like be... I don't know what I was expecting, but like... I was expecting... let's continue.
Also don't wear makeup. Number two, you're not an e...
Oh, he's not even going to... He's not even going to elaborate. He's... Oh, well, I mean, this is for the lulz anyways. We're not exactly trying to make a fucking point here.
boy. I've been seeing on my Instagram feed these really young men, maybe like 18, maybe younger, I don't know. They're taking pictures of themselves, selfies, as if they're women. It's the female version of an Instagram model. There's boys doing that today. It's just really strange the way they behave, how obsessed they are with their self-image. That is a female trait. It's a sign that today we're becoming more superficial and not valuing real masculinity. So traditional man is not an e-boy. Number three.
Okay, we're only 2 points in, and every single point he makes is an example of something of so many fucked up things, of so many like fucked up like modes of thought. The whole thing with, okay, so actually with makeup and the e-boy thing, well, specifically when he was talking about taking selfies and like, you know, being an Instagram model and whatnot, that men, you're allowed to feel pretty. I just want to like, you're like, You're allowed to look in the mirror and like what you see. Like, if you want to wear makeup, if that makes you feel good, then fucking go ahead. You know?
Number 3, a traditional man is not insecure about his appearance. So going along with factor number 2, there's an epidemic of young men who honestly believe that they can't get laid because of their looks. First of all, it's impossible to be ugly unless you have some type of serious deformity. But if you're an average dude that's somewhat in shape, that has a good job, you will definitely be able to find a woman who will like you.
So if you, well, first of all, as far as like average is concerned, that's a very broad, very abstract concept. It's it's ill-defined what average is, and like it, you know, different strokes for different folks. Like everyone's attracted to all sorts of different things, but so like no matter how average or even below average you may think you are, there are plenty of people who find you attractive. Trust me, there are people who are attracted to you. But then he also says, in decent shape, so can't be overweight apparently, which is just objectively false. And you know, making. Did you say what specifically did he say about income? Okay, so he said who has a good job. So, you know, claiming so also claiming that poor people can't they can't find love. Like all of these things are just objectively false. Like you could there are people of all walks of life, of all statistics and all combinations of statistics and demographics and whatnot who fall in love, who get laid, who can, you know, get a good relationship, who can get married. Let's let him finish.
I don't buy the incel hypothesis.
Neither do I. That's fair. It's, you know, the whole incel. At least we can agree on that whole idea. You know, the incel ideology is kind of shit, or just really shit.
Men today are more insecure about how they look because they're looking for female approval. A traditional man views himself as superior to women and the authority, so he's not going to worry about if a girl likes him. He's got way more important things to worry about. Number 4.
Okay, so sexist. I think that goes without saying. Again, I shouldn't be surprised, but it's just goodness. Everyone doubts themselves. Everyone gets self-conscious sometimes. Honestly, everybody wonders. You know, everyone thinks to themselves, "Am I gonna die alone?" Like everyone has that thought at least once in their life, if not a million times. And that can be a very stressful idea. But trust me, there's hope for literally everyone. Everyone can like find someone. There are racists who are married. Trust me, everyone can find love. It's not like, or not even necessarily finding love. Everyone can get laid. It just, you know, believe in yourself as best you can. Yeah, I know that's hard, but you know, try to believe in yourself. Try to be confident, or at least act confident, without being an asshole. You know, bathe, brush your teeth, just basic hygiene. And if you're like going out, you know, like it's okay. It's okay to be pretty. You know, it's okay to dress up and doll yourself up to look real nice. Yeah, that's all.
So he's not going to worry about if a girl likes him. He's got way more important things to worry about. Number 4, a traditional man is interested or is already doing tasks that involve physical labor.
Okay, the major thing that I'm concerned with here is that all of his points are illustrated differently. The first two were just him saying it. The third one had text on screen, and this one has text and a photo. Interested in or performs physical labor. Why does that have to be physical labor? Let's just see what he has to say.
So this could be being a mechanic, blacksmithing, chopping down trees, something that involves your hands. Woodworking is another example. Now, traditionally,
Wait, woodworking? Like, what if somebody whittles? Like, that's it. Like they make art, like tiny little wood sculptures. That's woodworking.
you can't just buy everything. You have to produce things yourself. And I think these skills are actually lifesavers today because they can save you a lot of money on things later in life. Knowing how to build some basic things is a really good skill to have. If you have enough money and can just buy everything, look, that's awesome. But I think working with your hands and being on your feet while doing stuff, it's not only good for you, but it just makes you feel good. There's something about physical labor and manual labor that does feel good to me. Although I don't have all the skills I want yet, I have a strong interest in it and I see the value in it. And if you're a traditional man, you do too.
Okay, so first off, he's inherently implying that anyone with a handicap can't be a traditional man. If you're handicapped, you're not a man. Is essentially what he's implying there. Not essentially. That is what he's implying there. And yeah, physical labor feels good because, well, one, I mean, just physical activity just feels good. It releases, like, exercise essentially is what you're talking about. It releases endorphins. It feels good. That's real basic. But also, you know, yeah, you feel accomplished because you did a thing. Like, I get a similar feeling from finishing a drawing. Like literally, I could just go for a run right now, come back and draw something, same effect. Because I got the endorphins from working out, you know, from moving around, and I did a thing. I produced something that I'm proud of. So yeah, obviously. And as far as like having skills and whatnot, you know, like to like help save you money, this, that, there, like, I mean, yeah, but why does that have to be a dude? I mean, I feel like shouldn't everyone do that? Shouldn't everyone know how to like do some like basic repair work? You know, working on the car, like, you know, changing oil, changing a tire, or at least knowing how to replace a flat. You know, I feel like everyone should know how to do stuff. And on, you know, on the flip side, on like the more, you know, as far as like more traditionally feminine things, everyone should know how to cook. At least basic stuff. You know, you got to be able to feed yourself. Everyone should know how to clean because, ew. Everyone should know how to sew. That's a good, you know, it's like just basic, just like basic, you know, like basic sewing is just, these are just all good skills for anyone to have. And like, yeah, if you have enough money to just like fucking buy everything, like, fine, whatever. But even if you do have that much money, it's still good to have those skills because then you can save money. Or even if you don't necessarily have to save the money, you can just do it yourself because you feel like it. And it feels good. Like, so I don't say how this is dust. I don't see, so, but yeah, so at this point, I don't see how it applies strictly to men. Why can't it be why can't women also do this? Okay. Fucking hit the mic. Continuing, point 5.
5. A traditional male wants to have a big family one day.
Look at this shit. Look. Back up a little farther.
Wants to have a...
Look at this. What is with the inconsistency in their design? In their I mean, at least they picked the same font for all of them, but like, what? Consistency. Come on.
A big family one day. He has this instinct inside of him where he knows that he wants to have a family. Like the latest guest on my podcast, Make Society Great Again. Make sure to subscribe to it on iTunes, on Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, and so on. He was 17 when he got married and started having children. He dropped out of high school. He had a very hard upbringing, and he knew he wanted to have a big family. He made it work. He's got a stable career. That is what a traditional man does. He's Christian as well, so go figure. Number 6.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you had to bring the religion into. I was waiting on that. You know, I saw the Back with Point 4, I think, when they showed the picture of the physical labor. It was a shepherd, and I was like, is that supposed to be Jesus-y? That's what you're going for with the shepherd. Anywho, but like, wants to have a big family. So anyone who doesn't, not everybody wants to have a big family. Like, what does he have? Like 6? Does this guy have like 6 kids? What? Why is that a traditionally? Because you need to spread your seed. Is like what's? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Number 6. This really bugs me.
That's the mood right now, man.
There's a huge flaw in American consciousness today where they think that having a family, getting married is settling down. It's something you do in your 30s after you've fucked around a whole lot. That is not a healthy attitude. And
I didn't even mean to pause right there.
I'll tell you this.
So again, the inconsistency with these points. Because with all of the other ones, he actually said it out loud, like almost verbatim, and it popped up right after he said it. Whereas with this one, it's like mid-sentence. It doesn't view marriage as settling down. Why? I don't know. Let's continue.
Both Jordan Peterson, as well as white knight and feminist Michael Kimmel, agree that men today need to be more responsible.
Michael Kimmel? I'm not sure what his I'm not sure what this man's beliefs are. I might look further into him to see what he has to say, and maybe I'll comment on that. But yeah, okay. But were you just name dropping that to show, like, see, people on both sides agree. Men need to be responsible.
So there's people on opposite ends of the political spectrum who are both scholars.
See,
who agree that men today are behaving like children, like adolescents. Adolescence has been increasing for both men and women, partly due to economic difficulties. A man who is traditional does not think marriage is settling down. He thinks it's something that actually could add to his life.
Wait, you're not gonna... What point did you make? Wait, what? You just, like, stopped halfway. Men need to be more responsible. Adolescence is increasing for men and women, largely due to economic difficulties. You don't want to substantiate those claims or expound upon those ideas. It almost seems like you gave them an excuse. What do you even mean by adolescence? What are you talking about? God damn it.
Number 7, a traditional man is not enticed by MILFs.
Whoa. Stop changing the layout, please. Please. God damn it.
And is not enticed by MILF.
Like, he just pops it up on MILFs. Not enticed by MILF. Why? What? I mean, so who gives a fuck?
He knows that single motherhood is a huge problem, and banging some MILF is not some fun hobby. Okay, there's way more important things to focus on to build your life. And MILFs is something that only bros, college bros, guys who are really lost are actually really interested in.
I mean, what if you're just attracted to a single mother? Like, it's not a kink or a fetish. No, kink is the right. It's not like a fetish or anything. It's just you're attracted to someone and she happens to be a single mother. Like that. And I mean, based on what I've read, like, yeah, raising single parenthood, like mother or father, either way, like, yeah, that's like a less than ideal circumstance. Just based on like statistics and whatnot, it's not a specifically like male or female issue or masculine or feminine issue. It's just what about the reverse? What about in his other video? Does he talk about like? Does she talk about DILFs? So, I mean, I'm not exactly expecting this guy to be, a fucking bastion of equality, but when I watch his video about traditional women, and I'm gonna do that, because I am having a good time here. I mean, this is nonsense, but it's, again, for the lulz, and also to potentially make a point, he better bring up DILFs. I want consistency. Although, if you're fucking, like, graphic design is anything to go based off of, then, woo.
Traditional man is more focused on the things that bring true happiness and joy to his life.
True happiness is a meaningless statement. And also the definition of, like, happiness in regards to, like, living a happy life is very personal and subjective. Continuing.
And that's family, that's bonding, that's having good values.
You don't have to have family or like family and bonding. I would replace with just companionship, and that doesn't necessarily mean like being in a relationship, like friendship, like just having like some really good friends that you're close to, who you can talk to, who you can fuck around with, like have fun, or maybe you want to fuck. That's fine. And what was the other thing he said? He said family, bonding, and having good values. No, having good values will not bring you happiness. There are plenty of there are plenty of depressed people. There are plenty of people who are dissatisfied with their lives who have good values by one definition or the other. But the thing is, values in and of themselves aren't really good or bad, I don't think. I mean, maybe depending on your definition of what counts as a value, but like some people value family, or you value honesty. You value maybe you value freedom. Like it's just. So I wouldn't say having good values, because that's a meaningless statement. I would say living according to your values, and that is coming straight from a psychologist. Like that's coming from my therapist. Living your values, whatever those may be, that is what will make you, well, it won't make you happy, but it can remove a great deal of stress, which can lead to you being happier and more content overall. Boom. Okay, continuing.
Good friends, community, and so on. It's not being able to brag to other people. So I think this is traditional because it's more of a old value before consumerism took over America. Number 9, a traditional man does not need to see your butt on Instagram.
He does not need to or want to see your butt on Instagram. If you want to post a photo of your butt on Instagram or Facebook or fucking wherever, go ahead. But also, does not need to or want to. Okay, I would agree with the need to, because that sounds unhealthy. Needing to see, like, no, I need to see your butt. Show me your butt. That's just weird. We'll see what he says about that, but want to. Anyone interested in anyone wants to see their butt. Butts are nice. What's this guy got against butts? Let's see.
I'm just so not into this. I keep seeing butts on my Instagram feed, like this picture today. This girl sells her pictures on Patreon. Like, get a life. If you
Okay, one, that was a nice butt. It was also a nice photo. Like from like a critical perspective, just a nice photo. Also a nice butt. And okay, she sells photos of herself through Patreon. Get a life? What are you talking about, dude? She has a job. That's her job. It might just be like a side thing, you know, but like she's making money.
if you had a man, you wouldn't have had to do that. You would have been happier.
If you had a man, you wouldn't have to do that. Okay, one, he's like implying that she's like somehow been forced into it, you know? And also she's making money, but of course it's got to be the man bringing home the bacon. Specifically bacon. Do I have any bacon? No, I don't have any bacon. I got sausage. No, I don't. I might be hungry. Anyway, let's continue. He has 2 more points, I think. That was point 9.
Number 10, a traditional man is responsible. He values responsibility. He wants to be responsible. He cherishes it because it makes him feel like a man. It makes him feel like he's being a good provider. And this is an instinct that I think is very unique to men, the male responsibility. We are tasked with carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders. We have more responsibility than women do in society. That includes protecting women, getting enlisted in the army, fighting for a good cause, being a breadwinner. This is what a tradition wants to do that. I think modern men today kind of give up on this because they're told that men and women are equal. And I think that creates a lot of problems in relationships in trying to define maleness and femaleness, which is a
Wait, maleness and are those words? Did you say words just now? The terms you are looking for are masculinity and femininity. But are those actual words? Maleness? Maleness, the property is characteristic of the male sex. Masculinity. Femaleness, the qualities as a form, physiology, or behavior that distinguish an individual that produces large, usually immobile gametes from one that produces a spermatozoa. So he's not even talking about gender anymore. He is talking about gender, but he's using sexual terms. That is to say, terms that refer to sex, like biological sex. A traditional man is responsible. What do you mean by that? One, everyone should be responsible. End of story. That's it. And that is not specifically a masculine trait of being responsible. Are you calling women irresponsible? And then he went on to say, men have a lot of responsibilities. What did he list? Go back.
Carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders. We have more responsibility than women do in society. That includes protecting women, getting enlisted in the army, fighting for a good cause, being a breadwinner.
Okay, so point by point. 1, protecting women. Nobody asked you to do that. That may be an expectation. That may be a societal expectation, but it's not like you don't have to do that. Like, I mean, you should protect the people you love, but that's irrespective of gender, you know? And that's not just a masculine thing. Everyone should do that. It's just a good thing to do. Protect the people you care about. The responsibility to enlist in the army. First off, not just the army. You meant to say the military. But I'll give you a pass on that one. 2, no? And then you said fighting for a good cause? Okay, so, and then he goes on to talk about how men give up on being responsible because they're told that men and women are equal. What kind of a world do we live in? Okay, he has one more point to make and then we'll be done.
The last value, the last trait of a traditional man is that he's committed AF and loyal. A traditional man isn't interested in sleeping around. You don't have to be the most beautiful girl to get with a traditional man either. Physical appearance is important, but if you're a normal average girl, I mean, like, that's good enough.
Okay, so again, same point as earlier. Everyone's attractive to someone. Like,
Traditional man, once he likes you for who you are, can feel like he can bond with you and stick with you for the rest of his life.
you know, at the moment he feels like he can just really just, you know, just control every aspect of your life.
He is totally devoted. It's part of being responsible as well, a responsible father. I just can't believe there are guys out there who will get women pregnant and then leave them.
I agree, that is fucked up.
It's absolutely cowardly and just crazy. A traditional man could never entertain such a delusional, despicable, unempathetic, and hurtful action. A traditional
Okay, so with that point, okay, the traditional man thing, shut the fuck up. But as far as like, yeah, the whole thing, like, you know, knocking a girl up and just fucking splitting, like, I'm not saying that, you know, just because you get pregnant that you have to stay together, but like, you either help her with the process of getting an abortion, or if she doesn't want to get an abortion, if she wants to carry the baby to term, then you help her with that too. You caused this. You are one part of the equation. You stick around. I definitely agree with that, and I completely understand his vitriol in regards to that. You know. But as far as the whole that's not something that like a traditional man could never stand for that. No, a decent person isn't gonna stand for that. Continuing.
Traditional man sticks around. He helps women. He helps the woman that matters to him the most. He treats her like his other half, his better half, and he is
Better half. Previously, you stated that the traditional man views himself as being superior to his supposed better half. That doesn't make sense.
committed and loyal to her and her only. Those are the 11 signs of a traditional man.
Jesus fucking Christ. Well, hope everyone had fun. I'm hungry, and irrespective of this video, I just haven't eaten in a while. I do plan on watching his, 11 signs of a traditional woman. That sounds like a hoot. I'm trying to think of a good point to end, of a good note to end this on. Let's see. Gender roles are bullshit. Men are allowed to feel pretty. Like, you are allowed to feel attractive. You want to wear makeup? Fucking go ahead. Everyone just take care of yourselves and each other. And be nice to yourself. Drink some water. Make sure you're eating enough. Exercise. All that good stuff. Okay, yeah, that's all. Have a good day. Bye.